Hey, what up? So I've been really excited watching this new YouTube page that I subscribe to called Old Shovel. You should totally follow him. This dude, he's like, his whole tagline is "Give old things new life," and which I think is really cool. But I was like, as I watch his videos, I'm like, man, I've kind of been doing that my whole career, honestly. Just never filmed it before, so. I've been doing a lot of projects recently. Not a lot. I've done a few, but and this was before I started watching this guy's page. But where I kind of got this idea a year ago when I had COVID. I was laying in bed watching these hot rod shows, and like they take these old cars, strip them down to the frame, and then rebuild them like all the way up, and then put modern parts on them. I think that's super rad. And I've also been reading a lot about. Probably gonna say this wrong. Leroyka events for road bikes, which are like vintage road bike events. I think they're super cool. So I like classic road bikes a lot. So I've been wanting to do a project for myself, and I found this. It's an old Panasonic, a DX3000. I've been watching it for 32 weeks on Facebook Marketplace. They wanted $300 for it, which I obviously wasn't going to pay that, and I ended up getting it for 75 bucks. So I'm going to take you through the process of like what I do whenever I do one of these restoration projects, and I'm not going to leave this one stock. It's not cool enough to do that with. Like, I'm totally down with leaving bikes totally stock, but this has Shimano light action 6-speed, so like, yeah, I'm not going to run that. So. We'll put a few modern parts on it because I plan on riding this bike, so I'm going to put a lot of miles on it probably. And I don't really love this kind of bumblebee color scheme. It's not bad, and the Panasonic logo is pretty cool, but I don't love this color combo. So we're going to strip it down tonight, and then I'm going to send it off to powder, and then once we get that back, we'll go through the rebuild process. So I'll chop all that up in editor and follow along. Hope you enjoy it, and hopefully it'll inspire you, and we can talk about your new project. So here we go.
Come on.
All right, got it stripped down. So now it's ready to go to paint. And the tough part, you know, deciding what's the perfect color. It seems like no matter what you pick, I always second guess it, you know, because you're kind of stuck with it after you're done. But so it's always important. Remember to put your tools up when you're done, and that way you're ready to go the next time you're ready to work on your bike and you know where your tools are. Super adamant about that. Some things I like about these old bikes that are just different to new bikes are, I can't help it, it's not a performance thing, but I love these tiny 1-inch head tubes. They're so little. I mean, all of our race bikes now have head tubes that are like that big, and for good reason. That way they don't have a bunch of front end shake to them. This bike will definitely be a bit on the noodly side. That doesn't mean it won't be fun to ride. It'll be super fun. It's not going to be the lightest, but it will be pretty killer. Some other neat features, older bikes like this have cable guides on the bottom bracket shell that the cables will run and basically provide the guide. You know, they eventually moved the guides under here. I guess that makes it a little cleaner, but I still kind of prefer these old school style like this. And then another cool thing that I really like about this bike is it's got a chain keeper. So when you're changing out your rear wheel, or if you're cleaning your bike and the wheel's off, you pop that chain up there, and it'll hold it in place and keep it nice and tight. So that's kind of a cool little feature. And you know, older bikes like this, they come with like the rack mounts on them. One thing that I am going to do to this one is I'm going to take it to my buddy. Maybe, I haven't decided yet. And I'm probably going to, he's a frame builder here in town, and I'm probably going to have him put mounts about right here for what's called a decalure rack. And those are the really, really small racks that will come off the front. And they'll have two little prongs that stick up. That way, if you want to put a randoneering bag on it, you don't have to strap it to your handlebars or anything like that, and it'll fit real nice and tidy, super clean. They're tiny little racks, so they're ultra light. If you don't, you know, that way you don't have to take it on and off and worry about it. So yeah, so really neat old bike, and I can't wait to get it back and show you all the build. All right, so it's been a few weeks since I filmed the last video. Shop's been really busy, thankfully, and had the frame at the powder coater. Couldn't decide for a long time what color to do, so there was a few weeks there. Anyway, and thankfully the shop's still really busy, so I'm gonna have to film this kind of part by part when I get just a little free time here and there. But I did finally decide on a color, and drum roll, always wanted one, so I went purple. I did an illusion purple with a silver base coat and a very fine sparkle, which you probably can't see in the video here, but it's going to be really, really gorgeous out in the sun. I also did the stem, the fork, obviously, and the seat post, so it's going to be pretty clean. So we'll get the build process started this morning. I'm just going to try to get the headset in so I can visualize what it's going to look like and start thinking about parts and such. So here we go. Well, there you have it, y'all. Complete teardown, complete rebuild from a 1986 Panasonic DX3000. And in the video, there were a few things that I left out. I just wanted to make a note. Like, I did not show y'all when I trued the wheels. I didn't show you when I removed the decals from the wheels. I also frame saved it. So that's when you prep the insides of the tubes and let it sit overnight. I didn't show you scrubbing the chain in the solvent tank or the cassette or the crank. I took apart the rear derailleur pulleys and used Dumontec liquid grease. I didn't show you that. I tapped all the threads, so anything that threaded in got a tap. Leveling the hoods before I put the bar tape on, that's all just tedious stuff that I didn't figure anybody would want to actually watch me do, but all that stuff takes time. So like projects like this, I don't have a lot of money as far as parts because I used a lot of used parts, but I do have a lot of time. So this would not be a real cheap project to do, but they are super fun. You don't have to do it like I did. You can use, less expensive parts. You can do your own take. You don't have to get it powder coated. But I like to do it this way. I like how fresh it looks when it's done, and hope you all enjoyed it. I've got another couple of projects I'm working on. So remember to subscribe and click the notification button so that you'll know when I post a new video. And if you have any comments on what you liked or didn't like, let me know below. Thanks.